We finally reached our goal of 200 subscribers, which basically means we are going from Combat Evolved type content to Halo 2 type content. Thank you so much for watching my content enough to get me to this point. Not to waste any more time, let's just get right into it. Hollow Knight from 2017 is an absolute masterpiece, the first masterpiece type game. Brought indie games to the front lines for people to be invested in indie games instead of just writing them off. A beautiful Metroidvania of exploring and discovering the extreme depths of Hollownest. A game with so much beauty and simplicity for only $15. That's like if GTA 6 wasn't going to be $200. A fairly difficult game, but always fair. Well, mostly fair. You get soul from hitting enemies, which lets you heal. You have to stay still, which adds some risk and reward. You get 5 masks from the beginning of the game, which then you find more pieces. In whichever area you are exploring, you'll usually find one, or sometimes you might not find any for a long time. This system is pretty fair when most enemies only take 1 mask from you. Silksong said, "You will feel pain." Tell me why this tiny spider bug is doing the same exact damage to me as this massive tanking bug. Or this guy. Or this guy. Or this fucking guy. I think you get my point. Especially when there are gang fights with a boss that does 2 masks and enemies that do 2 masks. But this video isn't me whining because I fucking love Hollow Knight Silksong. 2 mask damage only grinds my gears when I get hit by something that should not be doing 2 ticks, like a small bug or lava. Especially when the healing takes longer in this game, but granted you do get 3 masks in exchange for the longer amount of time you heal, and you can do it in the air, so I honestly do enjoy this change. But for a game like this, it does seem a little ferocious from the developers. We got dumped in acid in the first game, and only got hit for 1, but besides the point, I love Silksong. The exploration, bosses, and enemies are amazing. The platforming annoys me, but that was mainly when I was going up Mount Faye to get the double jump. That was awful platforming when you were just getting cold the entire time. And basically, I am terrible at platformers, but I just got good. I do not support the Reddit goblins who say, "Oh, whenever there's an issue with the game, you just have to get good," because even a masterpiece can have flaws. Not everything is about skill, but about fairness. Difficulty is welcome with fairness encounters. Some things in this game are just not fair for being not fair. Like a 10-phase combat arena with 3 bosses you have to fight, well, 1 boss, and then eventually you get to a phase where you have to fight 2 bosses after already slaughtering a bunch of enemies in the meantime. I am done. I am going back to Punch-Out for the week. There are plenty of unfair areas, arenas, and other things of the sort, but I will get into the positive. The charms and tools in this game are much better than Hollow Knight's. Tools add a lot of strategy and are a limited resource, which makes you not too overpowered. But I do not like that they need to be crafted with currency. Though I think they should have just made it so you could carry less of them at a time, but every time you rest, you just got restocked. Because I think it is annoying to have to grind only certain enemies, not all enemies drop this currency, to get this currency instead of them being a consistent tool the gamer has. But what am I saying? My favorite game of all time is Bloodborne, with you having to farm for blood vials, so I don't even know what the hell I'm speaking about. Through my playthrough, I used mainly the Wanderer and Reaper's Crest, because I liked the quick slashes of the Wanderer with the Flint Slate, which is an ability that adds burn to your weapon. The quick slashes made the burn effect happen faster and stack better from my personal experience. The Reaper's Crest was a lot better for gang fights with longer reach and to hit multiple targets at once. I know the Witch Crest was also a very popular one. I didn't use it very much. I already invested all of my amulet slots and I was not planning on making a new build all the way that far into the game. Also, side tangent, when you get the first crest, because in the beginning of the game you have this crest, right, and you don't know if you're going to get a different one. So the down slash, like the pogoing in Hollow Knight, you know how smooth it was, how good it felt. Well, this one made me do the Pythagorean theorem every time I wanted to pogo in this game, which made the Hunter's March a living hell. Seriously, hell. But on a different note, the bosses in this game are amazing, designed phenomenal. The bosses in this game are just absolutely incredible. The Widow and Cogwork dancers really stand out to me. They're smooth, memorable, and fair, the kind of fights where you gradually learn their moveset and feel incredible once you beat them. There's a real sense of accomplishment when the second Cog dancer fights alone. It's really sad. It's very, very fucking sad, but it just feels right. Without that, the boss fight would not stick out to me, but with that last one, it just stuck right into my head. And the atmosphere, it's next level, just like you would know from a Hollow Knight game. Silksong makes you feel like you're living inside of this new area that is not Hallownest. Every area, from the quiet ruins to the capital, is full of life and detail, with a soundtrack that sticks in your head for hours. Even when things feel unfair, that one more try energy just keeps you going. Every victory, every hard-earned win feels just so satisfying. Like, you know, a Souls game will make you feel if it is fair enough. There is plenty of times where you'll just get to a point where it's not fair and you'll go like, oh, I just won, thank God. But if it gets you to that point where you're like, yes, I won, it makes you feel like you won and you didn't just get lucky because they didn't spawn as many ads this time, or for some reason the RNG didn't hit you as hard. It just makes you feel so much better. Finally, the little touches in this game are absolutely unforgettable. Like the charm system. The NPCs in this game are absolutely fucking incredible, and I will not stop yapping about it. They are incredible in this game. It's all the storytelling through gameplay, the hidden corners. You understand a place or character by how they fight, where they're found, or what they drop. And that's the mark of a true master. Despite the occasional frustrating aspects of this game, Silksong is a beautiful game that will haunt you, that only Team Cherry, 3 guys, could create and sell you for $20. Well, that's all I have to say about Hollow Knight Silksong. It's a very beautiful game, very good game. Please subscribe to me so I can get to 300 subscribers. That's about it. See you.